situationships, dispensable relationships, just jumping into stuff too fast, red flags. Like, these are the things that cause trauma into our life. Trauma, stress, things that we have to recover from. Like, you ever met somebody and they gave you so many red flags, but you wanted that situation so bad at that point until you just ignored it? You were just like, man, you know what? It could be me. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. He could be snapping on you, arguing all the time, quick to say no, staying out late, hanging too much. Could have a drug habit that you think is really small because I just met him. I could be assuming, I could be jumping to conclusions. Red flags. Somebody that's way too clingy at first, or somebody that's just way too, you just too passionate about whatever it is you're talking about. Like, those are red flags. And we sometimes ignore it because of the right now need. Dispensable relationships, relationships that are easily to be replaced. Somebody that you feel is in and out of your life too often, leaving you feeling unsure or questioning your place in their life. Red flags. Situationships. Situationships are those relationships that don't have a title. You mess around, but nobody knows it. And when you're around them, you like them a lot, but you don't want them to know you like them that much. Or they done told one of your family members that y'all are not together and y'all really are together, but they trying to keep you on the low because they don't want people in their business. Or you have one of them situations where we have a love-hate relationship. We fight more than we love on each other, but when we love on each other, it's real good. So that just, it makes it all better. Like, the good makes it better, but the bad is even worse than the good. Come on now. And then we wonder why we're so dysfunctional in our friendships, in our relationships, why we can't keep nobody. We lessen our value and we allow all of these things, and that's what they are, things, to take place, to continue to take place and to consume us. Eventually, it starts to wear and tear onto your self-esteem. You don't even value yourself like you used to before you start letting all these red flagged situationships into your life. Them soul ties. You messing around with people that you know are not for you. You mess around with a whole polygamous type of relationship that you don't know nothing about. You're not ready for 3 sister wives and a man that y'all all splitting. You're not ready mentally. You done entered into this whole love affair. Come on now. Situationships, and then it leaves us feeling used, abused, not of value. Dispensable. That's the word I want to get out. Dispensable relationships. That's not good for the mind, body, and soul. Come to my mind about how this young lady was telling me that she was just like totally all in with this man, and she felt like this man was totally all in with her. His wife was sick and she passed. He was already preparing for her to pass. That's why he went on ahead and started dating. He needed a companion. So they started dating. When the wife passed, she helped him with the funeral arrangements. She helped him to fly the kids out. As far as the travel arrangements were concerned, she called the families, got the families together. She rented a hall for everybody to come and break bread and discuss how they were going to move forward with the funeral. And they discussed what the wife wanted as far as splitting up her clothing, her things with the children. She wanted to introduce herself and take her place next to him. And the family respected it and allowed it to be so. And this man was like everything to her. He came right on in and he filled that void and made her feel protected and loved and secure. He was trustworthy because they were always together. Well, after the funeral, and after everybody went back home, after the in-laws went back home, and after he went back to work, he went back to his life where he had friends and where he went on back to work and the church, school. All these things that started taking place. He told her, I think we need to pedal back some. We need to take a little break. I'm grieving and I need some time to heal. And she like, heal? We in a whole relationship. What you talking about? We healing together. I'm here for you. We heal. Come on. Lay your head on me. We gonna heal together. And he told her, now is not the time. So she felt what? Dispensable. Oh, now you got all these things back. You got your life back. Now I'm not necessary anymore. Well, you didn't pay attention to the red flags. First red flag was he's married. Second red flag is his wife is sick. She's getting ready to die. You didn't take any of that into account because his need was greater than what you saw. You wanted that too. You didn't see that it was red flags. You didn't see that his need came from the loss of what he was losing with his marriage, with his companion. You jump right on in. And that's fine to assist and to help, but just know your purpose. A lot of times people are here for seasons or for reasons. The difference between the season and the reason is the season is the time. They could be here a week, a month, a year. Season. The reason could be a godsend. It could be because God wanted you to experience something that you would not be able to even understand unless you went through it. It could be that God wanted to strengthen him in his walk. God does things for specific reasons. And 100% of the time is to build character in us and to show who he is in our lives. A season or a reason. So you got to be sure that you are managing your seasons and your reasons. And the only way you can do that is to pay attention to what comes into your life. Don't be so quick to say, okay, I'm jumping to it. Don't be so quick. Take your time. Learn who a person is. Communicate. It is not an easy thing being rejected or being told, I'm good now. You helped me over this hump. I'm good. Thank you. That's not easy. It's not easy to know that your end of the road came before theirs did. Like, dang, he got rid of me quick. It's not easy. But it's reality. And it's something that we can all prepare ourselves for if we would stop letting our heart drive our mind. Stop being so lonely to where you just jumping at things. I want to encourage you today to just take every opportunity to love on yourself. Get to know yourself before you start to try to love on everybody else, because it will be a dispensable relationship if you are not the way that you should be before you enter into somebody else's life. Until next time, see ya.